Boop. Fail. All right. Okay, so basically what I've said so far is that I don't understand why my scanner screen, this screen, is not working. At least the intro worked. I said, hi, what's going on? I said, hey, let's add the 3 subs down to our subscriber list down there. So that's there. And yeah, I read what Vincenzo said, the man who puts it in line in real time, trading with pepperoni. I am transparent. And then I said, I don't know if you say that because I've said it before, but people used to call me pepperoni growing up. And I don't know if that's why you say it, but it's kind of funny. No have platform today. Yep, same here. I was actually getting ready to get into that. I actually called them a little bit ago, and Thomas is actually on the phone with them now. They're trying to play a game saying, this isn't what they told me, but she tried to say I have an open position. I don't know. I don't know if they're shooting out excuses here, but it sounds like they're giving him a different excuse than they gave me. They simply just told me that they just didn't get it out yet. So, and to look for it this morning. And now they're trying to tell Thomas that he should have already had it and that they didn't do it because he had an open position and he doesn't. So who knows what's really going on, but that's kind of where we're at. Let me see if I can get these scanners to work. Okay. So I'm going to actually exit out of OBS just for a second. So stick with me. I think that usually fixes the problem because I'm just going to have the scanners up while we kind of go through some stuff this morning since we obviously don't have a platform to use. And let's see if that works. All right, so I will be right back. Okay, so that didn't work. Well, yeah, the scanner's working, but my screen for the scanners is not working. So I'm starting to wonder if it's me. Let's see. 1, 2. So that's. Now I'm curious. Which? That's why. It's detecting it. So it can't find that monitor now because I have it plugged into a different video card. It's interesting. I wonder how I'm going to get around that. I don't know if I can. I guess that's something I should have looked into before the market was about to open. I guess temporarily. Let me see if this works. One sec. Well, now all my scanners disappeared. All right, so let's close this. So the bell has rung. We're gonna see if this works. Well, it's obviously not working because my wallpaper would have came up. Sons of... Here, let me try rebooting OBS now and see what happens. Be right back. There we go. See, we got this. We got this. Let's move me up here. Or let's go. We'll go down here in this corner. This is a temporary fix. I'm going to have to try to figure out how to fix this permanently. So let's get this up here. So you guys at least have the scanners for this morning. It's the least I can do since having the issue with getting the platform going. Here's this one. I'm going to attempt to bring up some kind of charting platform just to be able to look at stuff. All right, there's that. There's that. Get rid of all these. Where's the other? There we go. Ah. All right. There we go. All right. So that was a fun little thing to go through there. Check Discord. Yes, sir. Say what? So what's the reasoning for me? I guess I should probably call him again. They're telling Thomas that they had an open position on their end. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and I'll give them a call. You guys can even listen while we sit here. It's kind of scary. Was it a good? Were you in the green, Thomas? They gave you a link to download the platform. They gave me user ID and password, but I can't enter to it. So they must not have actually put the funds in there yet. Because that's usually what happens for me. Like if I try to open it, it'll say user is invalid or user is not active or something. Well, that's interesting. Did they tell you what ticker it was and if you were green and all that good stuff? It's kind of scary. All right, let me get their number going right here. Guess I could have opened up Thinkorswim. Contact us. No, I want your phone number. I don't want that. Don't want to email you. I want to call you. There it is. All right. I have my emergency CMEG number in my phone, but not just the general one. I don't feel like this is an emergency, so.
The Magic Jack customer you are trying to reach is currently unavailable. To make free phone calls with
Too many people are calling them. Or maybe that's not a good number anymore. Let's see. 200. Okay, that number's not working either. Last number, and I am going to go to the emergency one.
the Magic Jack customer you have called.
All right. Let's see if I can give my contact a call.
Hello,
Hey, is this Roz?
Capital Markets Illegal. How can I help you?
Hey, Roz, what's up, man? This is Tim Vecchioni.
Oh, yeah, Tim, how are you doing? How's everything?
Good. Hey, I just tried calling the three regular numbers, like the general numbers, to get talk to you guys, and it says they're all unavailable. Is it? Are you guys like super busy?
Because I'm not over there at that side, but I guess they swamp with a lot of calls.
Gotcha.
But I don't know because we have clients from Asia and all those places that calling in those times, so we have a shift change for the different hours and the call center, so
Gotcha.
I'm not sure exactly what is. I'm not over there right now, so I can't answer that specific question why you didn't get through, but I'm there, so I'll take your call as I try to as all times.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know. Well, I was just curious because I know today we were supposed to have like the switch over for platforms, and I hadn't received anything about it. And one of the guys that is also doing the switch over, he actually was on the phone with one of the people, I guess, on the other side. And he said that he was in an open position, and that was why they didn't send him the download for the DOS platform for the switchover. So I was actually kind of calling just to see if that's why, because I haven't received mine either, because I was switching back to DOS from Sterling. and I haven't received anything either as far as getting everything switched over. So I was just kind of curious.
All right. Okay. I'm not there. I'm on a different floor because we have about 3 floors in the building. Well, I had to go up there or call somebody. I don't know the specific situation, but yes, when you did inquire about this whole process, I did expedite your case. I know they worked on it. But I don't know exactly what is going on as far as that is concerned, so I'll have to go over there to find out about it. I thought you actually were calling me about the cash back, the 5%, because I have a lot of calls coming in today right now about that,
Right.
which I did send to you. So what it is here, as far as the switch over for you, let me see if I can go over there and find out what's the situation specifically as it relates to you, Tim.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, because I actually got an email about a week ago saying that they would switch me over today or have everything ready for today, and I just haven't received anything since then. So that's why I was just kind of curious.
Okay. When did you receive that email from them?
I can give you an exact
Or
date.
could you forward me a copy of that email so I can see who sent it out and where it came from?
Well, it was just from the general support. Yeah, I can look for it. It was from the general support, and then I also got the one just saying that the ticket was closed. I guess because they had thought they took care of it, but I'll have to go back and find it.
Well, I have to go upstairs there to find out what's going on. So let me
Okay, that's fine.
I don't know because I don't know. I can't say I don't know because I did when we spoke about this. I did put you onto the appropriate people. I know they worked on it, but I have no further information from that since then. So I'll have to go up there and find out specifically what's going on, what it is. You see, I'll be honest with you, Tim, too. We have a lot of stress right now. We have a lot of cybersecurity issues. We have people who's trying to break into the accounts of clients. Right now I'm up to my eyeballs working with these cyber vendors, Mark Monitor, FireEye, a list of, we had plus lawyers who are looking to prosecute all these cases and stuff like that. So we have serious issues going on as far as that is concerned because, as you know, cyber theft is global. And, of course, we being an online company, we're not immune. So
Right.
I'm working with some lawyers here to actually file a prosecution against certain bad actors. And so maybe that's probably why you didn't get me or so anything. But I normally try to take as much calls as possible from all the different customers and see how I can best help them. So what I'll do for you is I'll go over there and see exactly who's working on that, your specific case as far as the transfer over.
Okay.
And you transferring from DAS to Sterling, right? Is that correct?
No, I'm actually going back from Sterling to DOS. Yeah.
So you're going back is from Sterling to DAS. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Then. Okay, well let me go, I'll go up there and see what's going on, and I'll shoot you an email or call you right away and see exactly what's the status right now.
Okay, Ross. Appreciate it.
All right, bye bye.
Thanks, man. Well, you heard it here first. They're really busy, and apparently people are trying to, I guess, hack into their accounts and take the money. But as you could hear, they're dealing with all of that separately. So, I mean, that's a cool thing with Roz. They got my contact over there at CMEG. Is he's very open, and I love that, and that's what I love about them. What's wrong? What's wrong? You want to put your shoes on? Hold on one sec. What? You just grabbed them. You were crying because you want to put them on. So yeah, that was kind of like a scary phone call, but at the same time, we'll get to the bottom of it. Roz is he's very truthful. He's been in this business. He used to work on Wall Street. He's been doing this stuff for like 20 years or whatever, and he got the opportunity to go work with CMEG to kind of almost open up the place with the other people, and he, so kind of brought his expertise there. He's been very, very insightful with everything that goes on over there. So it's just little scary to kind of hear that kind of stuff, but we shall see. We'll see if he gives me a call back. He's usually pretty quick about that stuff. I wish I could. I'm gonna bring up Thinkorswim on my end. I'll just keep the scanners up there for you guys. Yeah, I mean, the odds are we'll get everything set by the end of today. It's just frustrating that they don't have it set to the point where we could have traded the market open. That's the part that kind of annoys me a little bit, because that's what I trade. But I guess to them, they just see, November 1st, and they don't really, I guess, prioritize the fact that it should be all of November 1st, not just November 1st as a whole. So it is a little frustrating. So Loco was one. Oh, that's still going. Interesting. Or is my chart messed up? So I was looking at the scanner. Why did I not change? I thought I changed this. Oh, I didn't actually change it to save it. Crap. My bad. And okay, that one did save. All right. So this Loco is a decent looking mover. What was the other one? XENT. That doesn't really have any volume though. Loco at least has decent volume. QRVO. That's a more expensive one. That one did have volume. What's going off now? The XENT. X. Yeah, X was a good one. That one actually was a really good one. X is the one I would have played this morning, if I could have. That's got really good volume. Nice big move. Nice previous resistance break. Down there at 1250. Got all the way up to 1350. I don't know where I would have started this. Probably over 13 somewhere. So probably would have got an ad up there. Look at it. Breaking 13 and VWAP there. Trying to anyway. It's getting bought up. Let's go back to Loco. Pay attention to that. I mean, I know you guys can't see what I'm saying, but or seeing. So I found the email where they said the request was received. Your account will be switched. Please note. I guess let me forward this one to him. Just let me go back, see if I can find the one where it says the ticket was closed. Sound like a busy morning. Kind of jealous I didn't get to play X though. X definitely would have been a good one. Nice, Constantine. Very good. Can't log into old software and trade demo. Well, you don't want to do that. I repeat, do not do that because they will charge you for the whole month just for opening it up. They've said that in the past, so that's why I'm not doing it. So there's the promotion, the DOS promotion. And by the way, for anybody that's signed up under my code for the 295 trades, I'll show you in a second, but they have a 5% cash back thing that they're doing. So for every ticket that you have, you'll actually get 5% of that back, which I know it's not a lot, but I mean, it adds up. So if it's like, I think like 15, 20 cents or something like that if I do the math in my head. Yeah. because it would be 30 cents if it was 10%, so 5% would be like 15. But, you know, it all adds up. You would think this wouldn't be that hard to find. It should just say ticket closed. But I can't find it. Oh well, I found the other one, which should be good enough. Loco is just kind of chilling up there at high days. High a day. Can't get my words right today. So just to show you guys the promo, did I? Yep. Nope, that's not it. Here it is. So here it is. It says, we give you money back starting November 1st. We are offering our existing clients a great way to save money every time you trade. 5% cash back on all commissions earned for trades executed. And if you read all the fine print, it's for the people that are paying $2.95 or $3.95. So $3.95 if you don't have a code through somebody, because that's their normal fees. And since you guys signed up under me, it would be $2.95, so you would get the 5% cash back. Just, you know, every little bit helps. Let's see this X. I just saw that you had posted it over here. Nice. That looks exactly like how I would have traded it. Minus, you got 2 ads up top there. Was the second ad on the way back down? That looks like a really nice chart. Nice trade, Constantine. Very nice. Just to show everybody else, I'll bring it up real quick. I was just saying I probably would have got in over 13 and then looked to probably add up there near 1350. And sure enough, that's what happened. So, and he scaled out on the way down. Beautiful trade. Yes, on the way down. Perfect, man. Great trade. Love that. Jealous. Very jealous. That looks like it would have been an easy one, unlike Crust yesterday. That thing owned me. I went back and actually looked. You know, I watched it back to see if there was anything I could really learn from it, and obviously not to break my rules. That was rule number 1, or problem number 1, I should say. But if I would have cut the trade where I should have after being in it, I would have ended up with actually a tad bigger loss, just based off of the move that it made, because I just got in way too early. So in a way, I actually, well, technically I probably still lost money because of commissions in the grand scheme of things, but we're just going to move forward from that. Just need to follow the rules a little bit better. Constantine, you can do it every day, man. It's just a matter of doing it over and over again, man. Consistency. Consistency is number 1. That's what it's all about. For all of you guys that are here, if you do get bored tonight, we are going to be doing the Friday night live stream. That'll be a little bit more interesting than this. Obviously, I am not trading. If you are just tuning in, I do not have my DOS platform set up yet. They haven't sent me the link to get that all set up. We just got off the phone with them, CMEG themselves, and they said have somebody go in to personally check on it. So we're going to see. They must be really busy, because I called all 3 of their normal numbers, and not one of them went through because they were all unavailable, as in I guess that was their type of busy signal. See, we got MMSI popping up here, but it's good float. Unfortunately, not a lot of volume, so we would probably leave that alone. And it's pretty down from yesterday. Looks like it had a huge gap down from, I'm assuming that might be earnings. See, CRC also doesn't have much volume, or no, CRC is the one with volume. I don't think we would probably be able to, well, we might. It's a 46 mil float. Not a huge fan of the chart though. So probably stay away from this one a little bit. What was the other one? CYCN. I'm pretty sure we can't trade this one. I think we checked that one. Plus there's no volume. Not actually sure why that's going off. Just that little pop in volume randomly. One high of day too. Let's go back to CRC. CRC would be an interesting one. Is CRC halted? What is this? Oh, that's CRC. I was like, what? Can't type. So if this one wanted to extend a little bit, I'd be interested. My controls are like ass backwards on Thinkorswim versus DOS. I keep trying to do something that I usually do on DOS and it's not working. See, how did X turn out? Did I keep going? No, it actually went back up. Sloppy seconds right there on X. This is where you could get in and you just risk off high of day, right? Looking for the lower high, which it gave us right here at 1344. You just jump in and you set your risk right there at 1351. Boom. If you guys like set risk, and you'd be looking for this thing to try to get all the way back down there to 1250. So you're risking 20 cents to make 80 cents. So that's a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio there. And granted, you might not make it all the way down there to 1250, but that's kind of what you're looking for. You're looking for that previous resistance test. I'm pretty sure my son just took a poop. And look at Loco. Loco's doing exactly what Crust kind of did yesterday, where it just kind of grinds higher and higher. X is the good one. X was a good trade today. These are the ones that we look for. This is our wheelhouse right here on X. Let me pull up my trading screen real quick just to show you guys. But previous resistance, get off my screen. Previous resistance, extension. Whole dollar here is probably where we would have looked to get in over 13. So probably would have got in like over 13.10 here. As you can see, that's kind of when it looks like it started to try to die. We would have looked to add up here at 13.50. We get the big move down. We're probably out of our position. If we only took half, we'd be looking for sloppy seconds here. As you can see, it only got up here to 13.44. You can jump in risking, and if you got in over 13.40, you're risking less than 10 cents for looking for a move down here to 12.50, so 90 cents. So that's even better. That's a 9-to-1 risk reward ratio. So it really kind of depends on when you get your entry there. But really good setup here, and it had plenty of volume. The volume's dying off, which is a good thing too. You might get that move to the downside. I have a new voicemail, but I never got a call. What's that all about? Let's see if that was them.
New voice message. New message. To replay this message, press message marked for deletion.
All right, so I never got the phone call, and they just hung up. Interesting. Kind of sad, because if it was him, I would have liked to know what was going on. Baby shark, do 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 do, baby shark. My son, they all had a pumpkin painting contest, and his classroom came in second. If you ain't first, you're last. X looks to be working out here. There it goes. There it goes. Nice big drop right down here to VWAP. Kind of getting bought up off of VWAP here. Anybody have any questions? I don't need to focus on trading right now, which kind of sucks, but feel free to ask any questions. Comment on anything. Your shoes? Do you want to put them on? Keep giving them to me. Did you poopies? I smell it, yeah. I'll be right back, guys. Yeah, you want poopies? You want to go upstairs and change it? Poopy head. Poopy head. Poopy head. some more applesauce? Let me turn some tunes on for you. Turn some tunes on. Watch some little baby bum. What you got? There you go. Do some learning today. Can you elaborate about the intensity scanner? Sure. What do you want to know? I'll tell you anything you want to know. Probably should have changed the... probably could while we're sitting here. I can tell you anything you want to know. Excuse me. So I just got an email. This is an update on your status. I spoke to brokerage department and they informed me that you will get the new platform today. They are processing all requests for the 1st November 2019, so you will get this today. Told you. I figured that's exactly what happened. Was they're just taking the day to process everything, not necessarily trying to get it so you can trade today. What to look for, i3, gotcha. Okay. So essentially these are the i3 scans. So if you pull up APPN right now, like let me pull it up on my chart. So you'll see that it's making an intense move to the upside. So the plus, I always say if you look at the plus and the minus, plus basically means it's going up and minus means it's going down. So if you pull APPN up, it's alerting us saying, hey, it's making an intense move up. Now, yes, it's telling you that it made an intense move up. As you can see, it went from $43 to $45. So that's a pretty intense move. However, you also have to start to take into account if this is your type of play, because there's not a lot of volume coming into the stock to make that move. It looks like it took not even 10,000 in volume to make that move. So that's a little bit scary to me personally. But if that's something that you're, into, that is what it is. But what you're looking for is for the scanners to basically alert you and to bring the stock up. And now the whole point of the scanner is for you to get the stock up before a reversal is going to happen. So if you pull up the chart X from earlier, this is just a good example. Let me see when it, oh, they're all going to be gone because of all the recent alerts. But X was alerted during the 9:30 to like 9:36, 9:37-ish area. So say it alerted us at, say, 12:75, right? Well, it's not, the scanners are not designed to like give you an alert to say get into the stock. It's designed to get you to pull up the chart so that you have time to see a play, and then if your strategy or your edge fits that chart, then you're good to go. So the whole point behind the Intensity Stockwatch scanner is to show you the intensity of a move that's happening currently. So I only have it going up to $80, but this does go higher. But over here on the, I have it set for $20 to $80. I have it set to alert us a little bit lower, but the numbers are always going to be a little bit lower because the volume to percent change on the ticker itself is a little bit harder to accomplish. It can't move bigger percentages unless it's a lower float. But as you can see, it also shows us the float, which is really nice. So as it's alerting, you can pretty much determine whether you want to pull the chart up anyway, based off of float and volume. So for me, I like things that are over 50 million in the float. And depending on the time of day, I also like a certain amount of volume. And you can also go in here and you can actually put like the minimum volume, minimum intensity that you're looking for. And soon to come, we are going to be having a float filter as well. So if you don't like playing low floats, or if you only like playing low floats per se, like you can always modify it to the way that you want. But right now, it shows everything based off of any float for that matter. But yeah, so really the idea behind the scanners is to get you to pull a chart up so that you can make a play on it. But the scanners are only going to show you the intense moves. That's the whole point. That's why they're called Intensity Stockwatch scanners, ISW scanners, because they're only showing you the intense moves. So we're not here to trade grinders. We're not here to trade slow movers. We're not here to trade like support and resistance type thing. That's not what the scanner is going to show you. It's going to show you the big moves, because the big moves give you high probabilities of a reversal. So that's basically what the scanners were designed for, the i3 scans. There are other scanners, as you can see, like the Bear Scan watch list. Let's see if we can pull up, like the top one there is ELOX. So what the Bear Scan watch list is doing is it's attempting to find charts, like just to show you, it's attempting to find charts that were a previous runner, like the day or two before, and it's looking for volume to completely die down. As you can see, there was absolutely no volume and it started to come down, and it's looking for this to become what we call a hangover. So basically at the open, this thing just kind of falls over. And as you can see, it did open up around 570 and it got all the way down here to 515. So the idea of a hangover is it's basically like you're looking for the first red day, is essentially what the Bear Scan watch list is. And that's a really popular scan. A lot of people really like that one. But yeah, that's pretty much the essentials of the main scanners. That's kind of what you're paying for. Everything else is your normal stuff. Like you have your top of the days, so you got your most active stocks. You got the biggest range stocks. You have your highest percentage change gainers, highest percentage change losers, the gap up and gap down watch list. We do have after hours watch list, which is pretty cool. So if you like to go over charts at night, you can look at this, see what moved in the after hours. This is really good for earnings too. You can kind of see which ones went on earnings. You have your high of day scan. There is a low of day scan as well. And there's a bunch of different scans. I actually made a video, if you want to check it on my YouTube channel, where I go over every single scanner and kind of go over it in detail a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. If you can think of any other questions as far as what you'd be looking for with the i3 scans, then feel free to ask. I mean, I don't think I missed anything. Obviously, the higher the number, the more intense the move. And there we go, that's something I missed. Is the beauty of this is it's not like the other scanner where it just alerts you and just keeps alerting you, and it goes into a scroll bar basically. This is always going to be an updating list, and it's always going to have the most intense mover at the top of the list. As you can see, like there's always going to be the highest number descending down to the lowest number of what is actually moving. So like right now, CEI is getting alerted. So let's take a look at it. And yeah, take a look at CEI's chart. Like that's what the scanner delivers. It lets you know when these moves are happening. And as you can see, the volume is actually coming into CEI a little bit. decent float. The volume wasn't there, but it's coming in now. If we scroll out a little bit, we can see yesterday, or actually 2 days ago, it was up at 459. So this has room to move. Was this a reverse split? This thing was down at 8 cents. I'm going to assume this was a reverse split. But yeah, so that's what the scanner is designed to do. And it does it really well. As you can see, since February, I've been using them, and I've been doing much better. The scanners do their job. Now it's just a matter of me doing my job and cutting emotions, following my rules, etc., etc. Yeah, CEI. That's a nice move there. And just so you know, the minus I3 scan, it's literally the exact same thing. It's just working in reverse. So like if we pull up CDNA, pause this right here, he's not even in here. CDNA, as you can see, it's making a nice move to the downside, but not on a ton of volume. But again, that's a pretty big move for this stock in relative as far as the volume, and we're at low a day, and it's making that move down. So that's why I picked it. I mean, it didn't alert us, but it was pretty close, which actually it should have alerted us. I must not have set this to 15. There we go. So it works CDNA, it works the exact, or not CDNA, the minus I3 scan works exactly like the plus I3 scan. It's just literally just the reverse of it. Let's go back to CEI, see what that's doing. So look at CEI. So we got that big intense move that it was alerting us on volume, and now look at it. We got the reversal. So it was telling us within plenty of time that, hey, this thing's making an intense move. The probability of it making a reversal is there. And look at it. It got up to $3.25, and now we're back down to $3 that quick. What was I going to say based off of that? I forgot what I was going to say. I did get an email. What's this? That was just where I was agreeing with me. CRC? Take a look at it. Are you long or are you short? This is kind of, just because it's kind of a grinder. It is pretty extended though. Although you got some decent support here at 784. Bubbles? Say we're not going to play with bubbles. We're going to wait for your brother to get home. We'll get the bubble machine. Yeah, look, now CEI is on the other scanner because it's getting crushed. So I went right back down there to VWAP. Where's my... Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, because it's a reverse split. That had to be a reverse split. It's the only way. I wouldn't make any other... It wouldn't make sense any other way. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I remembered. Again, the point of the scanners is to look for the intense moves. And the reason I say there are more high probability setups as far as getting reversals is because if you start to notice, the more you're in the market, the stronger the move, the weaker the trend. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a nice, strong, intense move because we know the probability of it being a weak trend because it's getting so extended and overbought that it's most likely going to come back down. And the same way the other way. If you get a huge sell-off, eventually you're going to run out of people that are selling, and it's going to be so far extended, oversold on the intense move. So it's a weak trend, and we're going to get that bounce back up. Now, it's not to say that a trend's not going to form to that downside or the upside, depending on which way it's going. But we're just looking to play that quick reversal, right? That's all we're looking for. And sometimes if you play it right, you keep some leftovers, it actually does reverse all the way back down. It trends back down. So that's kind of the point. is you can kind of get to a point where you just have some leftovers in the trade and you let them work for you. Knife and bubbles. What am I supposed to do with the knife and bubbles? You want me to cut this open? I don't think that's how it works. Just a play knife, by the way, guys, not a real knife. Knife? Yeah. Knife, bubbles. Say we're not opening the bubbles. You can play with the knife. No? Here, alright, I'll blow a couple bubbles. Just a couple. You're getting excited, aren't you? Oh, my finger's bubble-fied. I can't get the stick out. That's what she said. I'm trying. I got it. Come here. Look at the bubbles. Bubbles. Bet you never been to a day trading channel that blows bubbles. There's one in your hair. Bubbles. Got a day trading channel that blows bubbles, that trades in VR. Who are we? Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Whoa, there's a big one. Oh, it popped in your hair. Whoa, there's a bunch of them. Look up. They keep landing in your hair. Get him, pop, pop, pop. Say pop, pop. Fail. Pop, 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 pop. I think we're leaking. Pop. There's some. Yep. Your dad's gonna put the lid back on, so that was enough. Look. Oh, it bounced. Look, there's some here. Get him, look. Hold on. Hold on. Bubbles inside suck. Make such a mess. Yeah, I know. Bubbles all gone. I'm gonna make you some rice today. You want some rice? Come in here, stinker. Superhero. Transparent bubbles, Vincenzo. Here you go. One at a time. We're eating Halloween candy. Gotta rot those teeth somehow. Did XNet move again? Kinda. I saw somebody in the room traded it. I was curious. Dang, look at AYX. That was kind of a pricey one, but look at that thing. The intense move from 96 area. Had this resistance right there too that it shot through, like the previous resistance from yesterday. It looks like it was on earnings yesterday afternoon. Got up to 102, and look at where it topped out today after the intense move. It's actually pretty beautiful. Let me show you what I'm looking at real quick. So I drew the line. It really could have been from here, I guess. Let's see. So we had the line here, and it kind of used it right out of the gate, and then it bounced off and then came back up, and this is when the intense move really happened. Look, when the volume really kind of came in. Then we got that big move up, and it went right to the resistance from yesterday in the after hours and got shot down. Beautiful move. Whoopsie. If you can get it, CB, go for it. You want to try one of these? Okay. I know you've had peanut butter before, so you're not allergic. I'm going to hope you're not allergic. I'm sure you guys are going to see me running out of here. Well, you were eating Reese's Pieces, so I know you're fine. Like those, I got nuts. Chew them one at a time. These are kind of big. You're kind of in that middle stage where I can't really turn you over and hit you in the back anymore. I gotta do the Heimlich. Yeah, I'm a Heimlich your ass if you start choking. What? You want a yellow one? Show me your mouth. Go, ah. Ah. I gotta make sure that one's gone. And you're still talking, so you're not choking. Can you say something first? Say something first. I don't want you stuffing more in there if you're choking. Camden. Nope, not yet. Say something. Okay, there you go. That's all you had to do. Don't feed it to them. They're not supposed to have chocolate. I just want my platform. I want to be able to at least have the option to trade. It's kind of sad. I'm sad. You guys sad that I'm sad? You guys feel the moral sadness, the moral support of being sad together? Oh, Devin is in Loco at 22. Nice. Of course, it's popping back up now. I just don't like the volume on this thing. I guess as long as I get the platform today, I'll be happy, right? Because then we can just get it set up, even though I already have it set up. But that's true. That's true. And this isn't the first time I've had to do this, because when I switched to Sterling, we actually didn't get the trade for 2 days. So that's why I'm saying if I at least get it today, so it's set up for Monday, I'll be happy. I was just kind of annoyed because two months in a row, the last day of the month got me. So that was a bit frustrating. September, S-Gen, if you guys remember that, on the 30th, which was the last day, I lost $181. And then just yesterday, I lost $146 on CURUS on the last day of the month. So maybe we'll see how November 31st goes, or 30th, and we'll go from there. Do the old January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Figure out which months have 31 days. What's wrong? Are you stuck in the box? What'd you do? You trying to get in? You want to get in, or are you getting out? In? Out? Okay. Silly butt. You got stuck? Whoa, look at all those. You're Mr. Spoiled. Eat those. Eat those first, and then you can have the rest. Dropped it anyway. You dropped it anyway. Daddy's making your rice. I'm making your rice. Rice. Yummy, 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 yummy. Gotta cook. Cook. See? Now it's cooking. Just gotta wait for it to pop. And say, we're done. Superstition? Nah. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't believe in superstition. I was just stating a fact. But we're gonna see what happens next month. If it happens again, we might have to create a superstition. What? See if little baby bum helps. You act like you just got your hand caught in the cookie jar. You gave me this look like, I'm not supposed to have all these. It's okay, go ahead. You can have them. Just don't hold them in your hand too long, they'll start melting. I'm watching you, you're okay. These guys in ISW, I don't know if Justin's in here, but they complain that they're winning, that they're not winning more. They're not taking more money from the market because of bad fills or whatever, but they're making money and they're complaining. I made $30 today, which is better than the 150 I lost yesterday. Last thing I do is complain. Hey, that's good, man. Bounce back, right? Green adds up. I don't care how much it is, it adds up. So if we can learn how to keep our losers small, I always say it. I always tell everybody, if somebody asks me what's the key to trading, I tell them learn how to lose. Learning how to lose is the most valuable thing you can do in day trading. Because if you can learn how to lose and keep your losers small or smaller, eventually you're going to figure things out. And it's so true. You hear it from all the gurus. It is one thing that they say that is 100% true. When you first start day trading, that first year should be you trying to figure out how to not lose money. It should have nothing to do with you trying to figure out how to be a millionaire, all this other blah, whatever crap that they're trying to sell. It should be to try to not lose money. Your first year should just be dedicated to that. It should be trying to figure out how to break even, basically. So if you can do that, then you're on the right track, because within that year, you're going to learn so much that you had no clue about when you first started. When you first started, you think you know everything. And then over the course of that year, you're going to find out you knew absolutely jack shit. And then you're going to start to pick up on things as everything happens. Your strategy is going to change. You're going to start to modify your strategy. You're going to start to perfect your strategy. You might completely get rid of the strategy you started with and find a new one. Like, there's going to be so much that happens in a year's time frame that you learn about the marketing yourself, that you need to, hone that in and just learn to not lose all your money. Was out of CRC for break even, tiny profit. Yeah. Anytime I do make a small amount, I usually just call it break even, because essentially usually after commissions and stuff. Turn the oven on real quick. Did the wheel fall off? Let me put it back on. Put the wheel back on. I'll put it back on. No? Alright. I'm using small amounts. I could basically trade paper, but I think it's better to feel some sort of euphoria to learn from the experience, but with tiny size. You couldn't be more from the truth. Especially, I always say, if you guys are planning to open up a $25,000 account or whatever, like if you can afford the U.S. brokers, especially with the free commissions, do it. Knowing, especially like you don't have platform fees or commissions, you can literally trade like 5 shares or 10 shares or whatever it is, and you can just do it over and over again. Like, that would just be amazing. Even if you have like 15,000 or something, you can probably get away with a cash account on one of the U.S. brokers, so that you can just trade the small size, but you're getting free commissions and free platform fees and all that stuff. So to me, it wouldn't make sense not to do that. Just as a tidbit of information if you guys are in that situation. Managing emotions in a small account is good for moving to a big account. And that's kind of what I'm telling myself. If I can grow this small account, when I get up to a bigger account, like if I can build this up to that $25,000, which is obviously the goal, and then keep going from there, that I feel like I'll be a lot better off when I get up to that point, because I'll have money behind me to not worry so much about losing. Because like right now, when I lose, the emotion is much higher. because I'm trading smaller. So the commissions eat at you a little bit more because you're trading a smaller size. Those platform fees, they can be pretty killer too at the end of the month. So it's like you're struggling to not only pay for the commissions and the platform fees, but you're also trying to grow the account while trading the smaller share size. So it's tough. So it's like if you can get to the point and manage your way through the hardest part of everything, especially you're learning at the same time, when you eventually get to that point, if you can grow the account from there, it essentially should be a lot easier when you get up to that point of having a bigger account to trade from. Definitely don't recommend just starting with a bigger account because that can be a recipe for disaster. See, AXL. Devin was talking about AXL in the chat. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it's got some volume, but there was never really an intense move. It's kind of a grinder. If you guys pull up AXL, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just pretty much a grinder. It kind of got above VWAP, and it's kind of just chilling above it. It's not really extending itself too far from it. Up and up, but totally grinding on AXL, so didn't touch it today. Yep, I agree. CHFS trying another leg up, dead under 166. CHFS. That's another one that kind of looks just like AXL, to be honest. Almost exactly. But yeah, I mean, I guess if you get down under VWAP there, it wouldn't be looking too great. I would have a feeling, though, just looking at this one, that it's probably going to try to hold VWAP. Might just try to go sideways or grind a little bit higher. It'll try to test too, most likely. But yeah, I mean, if it does dive down under VWAP, this thing might go all the way down here to like 140. Spider gone up the spout again. What's going on? IC. This one's been fairly relevant this week. Yeah, so pull up IC. This is a perfect example of the scanner in action. So we got 32 mil float, 40.9 on the intensity part of it, and take a look at it. This thing's making a huge move. So we got previous resistance here. So we got more resistance over there, but if you come over here, you can see this was used as resistance, and we broke through that. So now we'd look for possibly this area up here for as the next resistance. So I would look for this thing to kind of stick in this range. And then obviously if we bust through that, we'd be looking up here at these highs. So that's kind of how I would break down looking for an entry into a position like this. But I know I didn't have shares available on my platform for this anyway, but let's scroll. Oops. Get out of here. Why won't you go away? There we go. But yeah, as you can see, the volume came in. Nice, big, intense move here. All the way down here from 330 up to 370. So like 40 cents. We go back up to the scanners area. We can see probably would have started this thing with like 200 shares. Ish. Probably would have did 150. Just because I'm trying to get back into my groove. Here. And the volume just kind of died off here, huh? Just kind of said, no, I'm done. This kind of feels like it's coming back down, though. So it wasn't a huge move, obviously. It's almost kind of a 1-to-1 risk ratio on this one, though. Just kind of basing it off that range up there at 380. And you kind of would have had to get in over 360 to really make it worth it. I mean, unless you're playing big share size. I mean, if you're playing share size where, you know, you're only looking for 5 cents, then that's different, but that's not what we do. We look for a nice big chunk. CRC long? It's not a bad long, anticipating the curl up. Did you get long right over 790? That's like, I'll just show you why I said that, because looking at the chart, got the resistance here, kind of got used as support here, went under, but then we're just going right back through. So to me, that would be like a good area to try to get long. The only problem with these is it's kind of like, what's the target versus, like, what's your risk reward here? Are you looking for high a day? Like, is that what we're looking for? Are you risking off down here at this low, 760? You know, I find myself in limbo a lot, because it's like you have to have a pretty big stop to kind of possibly look for the move you're looking for. It's always an issue I had with these types of trades. Just have to have a bigger risk tolerance. See? That's the other advantage too, knowing how other people trade. You can trade just one way, but going out of your way to learn how everyone else trades is very beneficial, because when a chart's doing something, you can kind of put yourself in other people's shoes to see if it aligns with what you're thinking. See. He's not even in here. I swear he just likes to know that it's on. He doesn't even watch it. It's kind of funny. So for anybody that's here, definitely drop a like. I don't know why I just said that, but yeah. I just see it's at 4. There's 10 of you here. Just hit it. Just say, hey, I like that I'm here. You're pretty cool, Tim. I like that affirmation, you know? Make me feel like I'm worth a damn. But no, what I was actually going to say is, if you're here, we are going to go over some stuff tonight. I have a good topic in mind. I'll release it a little bit later via my little thumbnail / getting it all set up for the live stream tonight. If you guys are interested, we are looking into a possible way to get you guys involved with voting for what we talk about on Friday Night Live Stream. So we'll probably talk about that on tonight's live stream, because I kind of have everything kind of set up for tonight. But yeah, for future Friday Night Live Streams, which are going to be a thing here as we keep growing, is definitely going to be a pretty cool thing to get you guys involved. But yeah, I think you freaky and I like you a lot. Thanks, guys. J Towers, fist pound, fist pump, whatever you want to call it. Pound it, fist pump, It's called a bunch of different things. You make it a little old school explosion there. I'm not leaving just yet. I was just kind of giving you guys an update. I'm not really doing anything right this second, so just kind of getting lunch, get going. I didn't eat any breakfast, so I'm going to be eating a little bit early. CHFS. There it goes. Breaking VWAP. Forgot what I was going to look at. Oh, yeah. See how the other guy's doing today. Oh, snap. Oh, he's in a position now. He's in IC. IC. Dang. He's almost to 900 subs. He's killing it. I don't know how people watch him, to be honest. I'm not trying to... I like the guy as a personality, but I don't know how people watch him for the trading aspect, unless they're there just for the entertainment. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Do you have Nitro Discord with streaming and server? I do not. I actually didn't even know the first I had heard of Nitro server was yesterday when I restarted my computer for the first time in a long time. Because it popped up on like their main screen, like Nitro server or something. I don't even know what it is, to be honest. Yeah, Jay Towers. I've mentioned that to Kev. When Kev was doing his pre-market live stream, he had a bunch of people in there. He was upwards to like 50 or 60 people at one point before he stopped doing it. But I don't know what happened there. Yeah, GDT's doing very well. He has the benefit of the larger account. I do call it a benefit, but when he came over to this strategy, it was a little bit easier for him to take a little bit more risk on when learning the strategy. So it's been a little bit easier for him, I think, to jump into this style per se. But yeah. Oh, that's cool. So you're saying when I start my chat room, I can do it that way and charge you guys $1,000 a month? Do it privately. My biggest influence is Brian from Intensity Stockwatch Scanners. I was kind of in limbo in January after my OCX loss, and that was kind of when I found ISW at the same time. I don't really believe in everything happens for a reason. Like, I'm not that kind of person. But it was just very good timing that I found Brian and ISW right after that big loss with OCX. And the rest is kind of history at this point. He's been a very big influence on me, and it's worked out. Everything's been very good since February. Sure, buddy, about the $1,000 a month. Oh, you guys can't afford that? Like, Yeah, that's working out. So far. So far. Could be a little bit of a fake out. Collecting some liquidity down there. I don't know. I don't know anything about this stock. And it was kind of grinding up anyway, so who really knows? Never really made any kind of intense moves. Smell the rice. Did it click? Oh, it clicked. I thought I heard it. My son is so cute sometimes. I don't know. Let's see if you can. Oh, he moved. We dressed him up as Linus. He loves that blankie. He would not take a pacifier his whole life, but he loves the blanket. You hungry, bud? You want to see outside? Rice. Rice. Careful, it's hot. It's hot.
I want to play on the roundabout.
Nice. Nice. See if I can get the lighting a little bit better in here. A little better. I'm out. We'll try to see you tonight. See you, J Towers. Probably missed you, but I will catch you later. Yeah, I'm bored. Hey, day trading is boring. Anybody that tries to act like it's, you know, constantly not boring, they're lying to you. Especially if you trade past the open. You guys have me till 11:30 because that's when my lunch will be ready. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you have any comments, feel free to chime in. If you want to just ask anything, it doesn't even have to be trading related. You know, I'm pretty open, guys. So, and yes, we will be live streaming tonight. If anybody is just tuning in, 9:30 Eastern, we do a Friday night live stream every week, unless I'm on vacation or god awfully sick, which hasn't been the case. The only time I missed, I was on a week-long cruise. I actually streamed the day before we left too. Breakthrough television. You are. So last night it was Halloween, right? It was like 80 degrees outside here in Maryland, and then this morning I woke up and I went to go outside. It was 45 degrees. What happened? You need TOS scanners? What does TOS scanners do? They're free. Just go download the platform. This is the Lock-Picking Lawyer, and today we are on episode 984. This is the worst gun safe I've ever tested. I've watched so many of his videos, I can almost just assume what he's saying with no actual... What did he do? Oh, he took that piece off. With no actual sound is what I was going to say. Are you serious? Look at this. This is a gun safe. Watch what he does. That's astounding. Like, how do they make a safe? Like, where in your research and development do you not come across that? Jeez. I see that ceiling fan coming into play here. Okay, I haven't watched all this yet, but I'm gonna let you guys watch it with me real quick. So apparently this is a game that... Oh, get out of here. Still pretty funny. There's nothing to live. Like, what do you want me? What is there to live stream with? I don't even use their scanners. I'm confused. Like, what scan are you looking for? I'm literally live streaming these scanners. I'm confused. Lockpicking Lawyer? You guys don't know who Lockpicking Lawyer is? Oh, you should check him out on YouTube. China. What's in China? Is that where you're from? And yeah, I remember you saying that now, Christian. You can't get Thinkorswim. Gotcha. It's raining, it's pouring. Oh, no gun safes that don't work come from there. Gotcha. You're saying it's made in China. Now I gotcha. Pins? So, Pins was a good one yesterday. Wow. That's not what I meant. Pins wasn't a good one yesterday. It was earnings yesterday is what I meant to say. Because I remember they got spanked in the after hours. I was sitting here at my computer closing everything down, doing my journal, and I saw that. Yeah. I mean, I don't even understand how companies like Pinterest and Instagram, I don't understand how they work, to be honest. It really makes no sense to me. I mean, I get the advertising aspect of it, but it's like most of these things like Snapchat, they're all just like fads, right? And like Facebook, like they're all just, at least Facebook went the extra mile, and like they're a no debt company that just has a ton of cash. But like Snapchat, Instagram, like all these guys, they have to keep spending all their money to be relevant. And I don't see it working out in the long run. Like, I just don't get it. I mean, even Twitter. I mean, eventually there's going to be something else that comes out where all of these are probably going to be irrelevant in the future. Some Pink Floyd. I don't think I can actually play that though. Not on the live stream. I keep getting flat. Like the one stream I played a clip from Shark Tank. I'm surprised I haven't got flagged by like these guys, but they don't. I guess they don't care. But like anything music related or like major network TV show related and stuff like that, I keep getting flagged for copyright stuff. So I can't. I know Pink Floyd will flag me. Yeah. It's kind of funny. The only reason I used YouTube was because I kind of did research on like FTP sites and stuff like that, but you had to pay for all those. Because my original thought was to just have a place to upload all my trades so that I could watch them at any time. And then I kind of came across YouTube. I wasn't really big into YouTube before I started my channel. And I just realized that, hey, it's actually kind of nice because now not only can I have everything here, but, you know, I can put a picture to it. I have a title, you know, all that good stuff. Whereas if it was just an FTP site, it'd just be a bunch of files with names on them. So it's like, at least this way it was a lot easier. And on top of that, it kind of turned out to, hey, maybe we can kind of make a community out of it. One that I wish was around when I started trading. And that's kind of what I'm going for. I still don't think there's another channel like this one where it's 100% out there. Like, you can come to this channel knowing that you're going to hear the truth. That's what I want. I don't want no BS. I don't want someone to try to sell me something. If somebody asks about the scanners or CMEG, yes, I am affiliated with them. Yes, I get a little kickback from it, but I'm not here selling them to you. I'm here I use them. The reason I'm affiliated with them is because I believe in them. There's a big difference. I'm not just with them just to sell them to you to make money. Like a lot of people that sell trade ideas on their channels, they don't even use trade ideas. They're just affiliated with them so that they can sell them to you and make money. And that's not what we're here. We're here to make money from the market. Everything else is just a byproduct. So we put the work in so that we can beat the market. And the whole reason that the channel is kind of turning into what it is now is so that we can all beat the market, come together as a community to figure it out, come up with the best ways, maybe make the 10% 15%. Like maybe we can start to change that number a little bit, right? So that's what we're after. We're not here to make the passive income from selling courses and all that good stuff. We're here to learn and grow together. That's what this channel is all about. And I feel like there wasn't any channels like that when I started trading. So GDT is very close. GDT is very close. He's just a little he's a little private, which is understandable. It's perfectly fine. And we agree to disagree a lot, but I love the guy. Jack, no trades today, man. I don't have a platform today. We're switching from Sterling to DOS, and we didn't get the platform in time to trade. I still don't have the platform. We actually called CMEG live on stream earlier, and they said we're going to get it by the end of the day. So as long as we get it by the end of the day, I'll be fine with that because then we'll have it all set up and ready to go on Monday. Yeah, a little disappointed, but it is what it is. YouTube was way more fun. I already read that. You should do a thing where you take some paper trades at our recommendation. I have no problem with that. What, you too, Jack. Appreciate you stopping by. Friday night live stream tonight, 9:30 Eastern. If you want to stop by, we will be here. What do you mean, Mr. Gifford? Like, what kind of recommendation? Like, just on kind of what people are looking at? Kind of like Christian earlier saying he's taking a trade here, just to kind of get everybody's perspective. I'm assuming that's kind of what you're going for. Make sure you don't get distracted too much. You're here on your time. Yeah, there is plenty of downtime. That's so true. I was actually typing to Thomas in Discord. We were talking about strategy a little bit. He was asking me a question about his specific strategy, and so I was just answering him. I was typing a book, man. Coming out with a book, I'm gonna be selling it for $1,000. And that was me talking to my wife. I'm a fast typer. What can I say? Self-taught too. I remember I self-taught myself how to type when I was like a sophomore in high school, and then I took a typing class in my senior year of high school, and they were like trying to teach you like the proper way to type, and I was just like, this isn't working for me. So they would come around and like check your finger placement and stuff, I would have to adjust to the way that they wanted to. But then like when we did the tests, they would put the like piece over the keyboard so you couldn't look at your fingers, and I would just type the way that I self-taught myself, and yeah, it was pretty funny. I can't wait for my chicken to be done. I'm excited. Should have about 8 minutes. Tidy, tidy, tidy up. Tidy up some more. Tidy, tidy, tidy up. Take your papers off the floor. Anybody into F1? Anybody else watch F1? I used to be like really into it, and then it kind of died off a little bit, and then now I've been really getting back into it. AXL. That's kind of bouncing. Tidy up some more. I wonder if AXL was ever up on the scanner. It's on there now, but it's a very low number. I mean, I guess maybe like right here it could have been. Then it kind of grinded away here. What was this, 1050? That would have been a frustrating one to get into. I don't really play these anymore because, like, as you can see, the resistance was what, 1040. Moved through, it kind of stopped at 1050, so that wouldn't have been enough extension for me, and then it just kind of grinded away. I would have stayed away from that one. That move at the bell, though, is a little scary, to be honest. Pretty decent move there. I wonder if that was on the scanner. It wasn't on much volume though, but then there was no pullback. Jumping on the bed. XENT. Look at that sloppy seconds there on XENT. This was a good one. Just no volume. Look at the volume on this thing. That's horrible. Let's see, Loco. Yeah, Loco looks like one that would have been kind of hard to play today too. Had to move up at the bell, and then it never really came down at all. Couple tough ones today. Loco, AXL. For AXL, like what are you looking for here? Are you looking for, because I mean, here's what I have on my chart. I have a line here from previous resistance this morning. So are you looking for it to break? Are you looking for it to break that? Plus, I mean, there's really no volume, so it's kind of a slower move. And I'm assuming you'd be, what, risking off of here, this low? Or maybe even just risking under $10 and looking for high a day? Like, is that the trade that we're looking for here? Gotcha. Coming in for a long. You think this is great volume? I don't see like any volume, especially compared to earlier. This kid loves rice. I love it. My other kid won't eat anything. Roll over. So jealous of X. X was such a good trade this morning. Oh, you're looking at the 5 minute. See, that's the other thing too, is a lot of people look at different time frames. $100. Let's see. Let's look at it on the 5 minute. I mean, yeah, you still got that same thing. You got to get through that resistance area. If you can get through that, yeah, you're probably looking for high a day there. You're still really extended overall, though. This is another cool thing that there is on TOS that you can put on here is this average VWAP. So look at how extended AXL is compared to where it usually is. So you also have to keep that in mind too. All right, I'm gonna go get my food. Is it beeping? Did you put all your blueberries in there? Alexa, off. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Kenobi, what's up, man? Shouldn't you be sleeping or something? Anybody know how to make pumpkin pie from actual pumpkins? Thinking about trying that. We bought a bunch of pumpkins this year because our oldest son wanted a bunch of pumpkins. And now I have a bunch of them. I'm thinking about trying to make pumpkin pie. Can't be too hard. Probably have to like cook it though to loosen it up or something. Watching my son's class right now dance and do the baby shark stuff. It's so funny how he acts so differently around other people, but when he's at home, he acts completely different. So cute. It's going good, Kenobi. Thomas, I'm reading it now. Trying not to chew in everybody's ear. He scared me. I just want my platform. I just want to have everything set up. I'm making you guys hungry. I'm sorry. Anybody have any questions, comments, concerns? If not, I don't want to sit here and just chew in your ear while nothing's happening. Especially because I can't trade. I could just leave this. Are you guys that are still here? Are you here for the scanners just running? If you are, I can leave those up for the time being. You just gotta let me know. It says there's only 7 of you here, so if even we'll go with the majority. So if 4 people chime in and say they want me to keep the scanners going, I will. You got the platform? What the heck? Lucky. Like, did you just get it? Well, you told me earlier you already had it. They just didn't it wasn't letting you log in, right? Or did they fix that? You can log in now. Gotcha. Oh, yes, you can log in now? I'm jelly. I wonder, since I already have it, I wonder if, let me just see if they, no. This is the error message I get. User is closed. So they still haven't switched it over. I don't need the download link for the platform. Like, I already have it. I just need them to activate the account. Nice. Very nice. Kenobi, I was with Sterling this whole past month. I don't like him. I got rid of him. Going back to DOS. So that's what we were trying to get that set up today, but they haven't switched it over yet. Yeah, I guess marketing, you were in the queue a little bit higher than I was. But for me, it doesn't really matter because it doesn't seem like anything's popping up anyway. It is Friday. APRN. Let's take a look. What are we looking for here? Like, what's the game plan? I'm trying to see what you're looking at, but I'm not really seeing too much. Looks like you could be finding a bottom here. Is that what we're looking for? Looking for it to move back up. You can kind of see it. Kind of at the top of your range right now, though, right? You would have wanted to get this a little bit lower, closer to $7. Plus, if you look at it, it's actually kind of downtrending. Just show you what I'm looking at. God, I haven't used this in so long. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now 9 touches. So I would definitely, I mean, unless that's what you're talking about, you're looking for this to break. Oh yeah, for sure. But that's what I was trying to say is it doesn't really look like a long to me per se, unless it breaks through there. Gotcha. That's very true. It's where a risk calculator comes into mind. If you're looking to take plays like that, as long as you have a set risk. What you doing? You pushing the rocking horse? So once Daddy's done eating, we're gonna go upstairs. You rocking the rocking horse? What? Want a bite? It's just rice. It's just not your rice, my rice. So what happened with Fit? Did Fitbit get bought out at $7.30 or around $7 or something? I remember there was talks that they were going to get bought out. What you see? See colors? What color do you see? Is that red? 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 So, red nose. Red nose, look. Red nose. Red nose. You wanna play with it? You want another one? Here, take a black one. Black. Nope, that's it. You only get 2. You only got 2 hands. You put 2 in one hand, so now you can have another one. Is that what? Yeah. All right, last one. That's it. That's all I got. You're not annoying me. What did I just say earlier? The stock market. He made me swallow rice. The stock market is boring, so having something to look at, just seeing what other people's perspectives are, nothing wrong with that. CFHS. Did you type that in wrong? That's not a ticker for me. CFHS. Yeah, that's true. As you can tell, I this is what it's like when I'm actually trading too. That's the worst part. Especially on Tuesdays and Thursdays. No, I don't have any more. Go play with this. That's all I got. Silly butt. Trying to get more of them. He's like, I know they're up there. What scanners? APRN. I thought we had looked at that earlier, but yeah, if you this trend line that you see drawn here is the one off the daily, and it's bouncing right off of it. It's respecting. Respect. We're going to call it at 12 noon, guys, by the way. So we got 9 minutes. Stop by for the Friday night live stream. If you have nothing else to do tonight, 9:30 Eastern. I got to get my son down for his nap. CRC running stop now way above break even. It is finally moving. You're right. It got through that resistance. It did a little fake out and then it went back through. A little bit of a slower trade, but it is working. Clap your hands. 1 cent. Those are fun. You pretty much accept your loss at that point when you get 1 cent away. So for it to go the other way, that's pretty nice. The home run as in you're going for a high a day. It's a lot easier to do that though when you can have a stop at break even now. getting good with your balance. Yeah. Are you gonna put them back? Okay. Okay. Turn that off. Are any of you guys of me? That's something that you should probably know before you entered the trade, right? That's what strategies are for. Yeah, but within your strategy, you should know when it's a good time to go for the home run and when it's not. That's all I'm saying. You calling me? Say dada. Just staring me down. Da da da. That was good. Say da da. Are you ready to go upstairs? Yeah, you're ready, aren't you? Blink. I said upstairs. I'm not even gonna say the word. Cause then you're gonna get all excited. This kid loves being outside. Yeah, I preach this all the time. It doesn't matter what your strategy or your edge is. You should know the what, if, ands, and buts of every possible scenario before you are entering a trade. I like to think that I do with my strategy, but sometimes your emotions still take over, as you guys have seen this past week. I feel like the market hasn't been too great for my strategy, and I've been trying to force a couple trades, and it's burned me a couple times. I think besides MTSI, since February, this was actually my first red month. The month of October actually ended up being red just by a little bit because of that last trade, which is a little disheartening. So we're trying to bounce back from that. So hopefully Monday will be the start of a nice bounce back here in November. I feel like I'll be a lot more confident just with my platform. So I think that'll help. I never got used to the Sterling platform. I just didn't like it. Just didn't like it at all. And it was mentally kind of in my head. Just how I don't like how it averages. Like when you add to a position, it gives you the average, but then say you cover half of your position, it adjusts your average. So your unrealized will go way into the green because the second half of your position was where you added, where I'd rather it just stay where my average is. So I would much rather that, which DOS does and Sterling does not. So it's a little frustrating to me. I know a lot of platforms do it that way, but I don't like it that way. I'd rather it just tell me what my average is at all times. I'd rather the unrealized. They do it so that your unrealized looks green, but in reality, it's not. Because, yeah, it's green from where you added, but at the same time, you could be down quite a bit on the trade realized. I honestly don't know what the strategy is. If you want to try to explain it to me, jump in the Discord and just PM me as much as you know about it. Maybe I can help you figure out what he's scanning for. I'm always down to try to figure stuff out. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it here. We're getting close enough. Again, if you guys want to tune in tonight, we'll do the live stream at 9:30 Eastern. Tell your friends. Let's get a nice little turnout. I have just a little topic to go over, and then we're going to do a free-for-all. Probably around a little before market close. I'll put the little reminder thingy out there so that people know it's coming. And he got AXL way before it started to run, for example. Well, that I have no idea how you can figure that out. That's God mode. Yeah, feel free. Yeah, jump in the Discord and share them with me. I'm just going to get off here, though. I will be available in the Discord if anybody wants to talk in there. And, yeah, thanks for everybody showing up this morning. Sorry I didn't really trade, didn't have a platform to trade. Hopefully that changes for Monday. If I don't talk to you tonight on the live stream, have a good weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. And until tonight, I'll see the rest of you later. Peace.